Hello. Ma'am. Boys, I'm sorry for the people on the YouTube channel. The microphone wasn't connected. Anyways, you didn't miss much. No news, daily in an uptrend, 4 hour in an uptrend, 1 hour in an uptrend, and we actually just swept out these lows. Okay. Unusual. We're bearish on the 15. We're bearish on the 5. Overall bullish though, because hourly, 4 hour, daily is bullish. Okay. I'll be looking for 5-minute break of structure, 5-minute fill of a fair value gap, and probably just moves the upside, hopefully to take out, boom, these highs right here, and then all the way up here as well. So that's the S&P. Let's go over to gas pack now. So like I said yesterday, gas pack had already taken out these highs. We haven't taken out these daily highs yet. We already took out these. We're in an uptrend on the 4 hour. Uptrend on the 4 hour. We have 4 hour lows right here. On the hourly, we're in an uptrend as well. These are the lows. We haven't swept out these lows yet. We have potential to. Boom. They just got taken out. So we have potential to take out these 4 hour lows now. Again, similar situation. Uptrend, looking for these highs. These and these. And then all the high time frame ones. Okay. I'm glad that both of these are in confluence. S&P just swept out these hourly lows. I'm glad that both these indexes are in confluence, not like yesterday. Yesterday we had to kind of sift through, like 2 different biases on both the indexes. Really choppy price action if you look back at it. Overall just not the best day to trade, as you can see. Like, this was the overall movement that we were trying to catch. There wasn't much. Anyways, with that being said, market's going to open in right around 4 minutes here. So we have our biases ready to go. Honestly, for me, want to see a sweep out of these lows, a wick back up, a 5-minute break of structure, and then a fair value gap to get filled. Same thing on NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we're bullish on all the high time frames as well. But we're bearish on the lower time frames. So for me, this is kind of like perfect freaking setup time to get rid of this hourly low because we just swept out these 4 hour lows. But yeah, this is kind of gearing up for what I would call like a perfect setup or whatever. That's kind of what I see going on. Let's sit back, kind of relax. Let's definitely try and wait until 10 Eastern time to take a trade. We did that yesterday as well, but we just had choppy price action. Right now, price action is not looking the best pre-market, so I do really want to be super, super, I guess, careful, or, I don't want to get caught up on the lower time frames, kind of like searching and begging for an entry, where I would rather stay out on higher time frames, kind of just vibe out to music, kind of see if we actually are getting sweeps of liquidity and breaks to the upside, and hopefully not get like played like we did on a move similar to this yesterday, where we had like, boom, a sweep of liquidity, a break of structure, perfect fair value gap getting filled, break of structure to the upside, entry, jugged, it stopped out. But yeah, honestly, I do think that since yesterday consolidated a bit, we'll probably get some more movement today. So yeah, that's the game plan. The S&P just swept out 4-hour lows, so that's honestly a big dub for us. As long as we can get this hourly to come back up and wig out these lows. Market just opened under a minute ago, so this should be solid. So we're getting some crank work to the downside right now. It's difficult because, I want to be bullish, or I am bullish on the day. And we got candles like this that could we still have 3 hours left on this 4-hour candle that could still wick this out. But this is what the hourly's looking like, So I'm just going to let this, I'm just going to let this kind of play its course, see what it wants to do. If we don't get any sort of bullish, damn it, I just dropped my phone. If we don't get any sort of bullish confirmation on this, or any sort of bullish entry whatsoever, I'll just wrap it up, pack things up, close everything off, and be done. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about it right now. But other than that, everything is breaking right now, bro. Oh man. Lights are falling, phones are falling, everything's, S&P and NASDAQ is falling, everything is falling right now. But yeah, I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is looking kind of like short-term bearish, but I'm not one to go against my higher time frame bias because I've done that a couple times and it never works out well. So on days like today, if we don't see anything within our bias, it's best to just not do anything at all and not try and, get something going in the other direction, like to the downside, and when it's against our higher time frame bias. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to still stay on here for a bit. It's not even 10 yet. We still have like 20 minutes till then, so who knows what price we'll do from there. But yeah, that's kind of what I see for now. I'll be completely satisfied if we don't take a trade today. Right now, it's not looking too hot. I think if we are able to fill this or wick this out, I have more hope. Once we start getting breaks to the upside on the 5-minute, similar to like what we might be getting here on NASDAQ, if we can sweep out this on NASDAQ, like this candle, then I'm intrigued. And it's looking great right now on gas pack. Great right now on gas pack. Yeah, bro. If we can break 5-minute structure and then fill in a 5-minute fair value gap and then find a 1-minute break of structure within that, I'm down for that. We just gotta wait for it. You guys ever just caress your balls? Like just hold it as like a piece of comfort. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Alright, so the hour candle is going to close in 14 seconds. I was just saying, if we could close above here, that would be awesome, giving us a 5-minute break of structure. S&P doesn't look too great right now, but we're filling in this hourly fair value gap. Let's see what gas pack did. Okay, so the close was 1,586. Okay, so we closed above this high. Looks like we're flooding down now. We have an imbalance right here, which we could be going down to fill. But along with that, we just filled in a 15-minute fair value gap, while also breaking structure to the downside on the hourly. So again, I'm just going to stay super duper patient on this jump, That's kind of how I'm feeling. It looks like we filled in this fair value gap just the fucking well, now not the slightest. A bit now. I'm going to have to wait for like a decent amount of confirmation getting out of this for me to even look for longs. We still have the potential to sweep 4-hour structure, which I do think is high. But I'm just going to play this like as patient as possible. I don't think the S&P is giving me really much to work with right now. I think NASDAQ is giving kind of more to offer, really. But we'll really just sit here and wait. And if I don't see anything, then I'm very fine not taking a trade, because it's not within my bias. All right, so we'll see where this goes. But yeah, for now, we just see this fair value gap. We have to keep in mind that we have this 15-minute fair value gap. We also have to keep in mind that we just broke hourly structure to the downside. But we also have to keep in mind that we're still bullish on the 4-hour and the daily. So we still could move to the upside and still play within that bias. We just have to wait for slightly higher low time frame entries, if that makes sense. So instead of camping out on the 1 minute, we can camp out on the 5 and the 15, which is what I've been doing pretty much pre-market and now. Okay, so we could potentially get a 1 minute break of structure right here, which for me would confirm a 5 minute extension up out of this after breaking 5 minute structure. However, we have this 15-minute fair value gap. So what would I ideally wait for? 15-minute break of structure. But this could be a little extra confirmation if we needed it. Okay, so we just closed below this 5 minute fair value gap. Another reason for why I think this is going to be a no trade day for me. Look, boys, we filled in a 15-minute fair value gap. We broke structure to the downside on the hourly. We broke structure to the downside on the 1 minute out of that fair value gap. We'll probably come in and fill this fair value gap or fill a fair value gap and start going lower to retrace on the daily, fill in this. But is that within our plans? Definitely not. So again, I'll sit on here, I'll see what's going on, but for now, it's not looking too hot in the upside direction, and that's okay. I'm fine not taking a trade today. But I'm just giving you guys my thought process. Hey, we swept out these lows again. We could get some action. Okay? Oi. We're pushing up in this bitch. Hey, bro, if we could get a 15-minute break ski, let's get that. Hey, look at that. We got a fair value gap right here. I only want the neck, bitch. Said she love me after that. If I could say that shit. What I would want would be a 15-minute break of structure off of these highs, and then find a fair value gap. Bet. We already have one right here. Odds that we make one on the 5 minutes pretty likely, but that's what I want. Boys, on some real shit, if we don't get this 15-minute break of structure, I'll probably just call it a day. That'll be pretty much 30 minutes past 10 a.m. Eastern time. And for me, I usually like to look for a trade from 10 to like 10:15 Eastern time. And if nothing fulfills my bias, then it's usually time to pack it up and go home, or else I'll end up being in a losing trade. And I'm looking at this right now, and we're bearish on the hourly. 4 hour, yeah, we still could sweep out these lows, but is it worth it for me to be sitting here and like, you know, just watching and waiting for hours, or like, you know, like, yeah, literally like an hour and a half, like 30 to 45 minutes to potentially take a trade? Definitely not. So we're going to wait and see how this 15-minute closes. If it closes above here, awesome, cool, I'll stay and we'll look for an entry because that's what we're looking for. However, if we don't get a closure above here, I'll call it a day. Okay? Cool. Okay, so the S&P 500 broke 15-minute structure, but I was just telling the Discord, it's not worth it for me to take a trade when that 15-minute break of structure is likely just going to be a hourly retrace into this fair value gap. You know, could it potentially go higher? Yes. The closest time frame to the 15-minute that's bullish is the 4 hour right now. So if we were to enter off of that 15-minute break of structure, it wouldn't be smart knowing that we have the hourly time frame against us. The hourly's bearish, very bearish if you look at it. Do we have the potential to sweep out these 4 hour lows and rally higher? Absolutely. But is it worth literally betting money on it? It's not worth it for me. I would much rather wait for a day where the hourly's bullish, where the 4 hour is bullish, and we get a 15-minute break of structure. But in this case, we get a 15-minute break of structure that very well could just be causing a retrace on the hourly to fill this imbalance just for price to go lower and break 4 hour structure. Right? So it just wouldn't make any sense for me to do something like that. NASDAQ wasn't able to break structure to the upside. And again, like I said before, we broke structure to the downside on the hourly on NASDAQ. We filled in this 15-minute fair value gap. 15-minute remains bearish. We got a reaction off of the bearish fair value gap right here. 4 hours, the only thing that's still bullish on this, really, besides the 5 minute. And just look at this price action, man. We're just ranging from here to here. If we look at the S&P, bro, we haven't moved much. We still, I think, are holding this 11-point range right now. We've moved 11 points since market opened an hour ago. And we can see the S&P falling right now. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. No trades for me today, and we will see you guys over the weekend. I wanted to do a crypto stream yesterday, got caught up with shit, but I'll be looking to do one. I can't do one today. I'm really busy with prop firm stuff, and then I might be able to do one on Saturday or on Sunday, but one of those 2 days we'll lock it in. Okay, boys. I'll catch you guys. Peace out. Thank you for tapping in.